Hey everyone. If I had to pick one thing that I dislike about my CRV, it would have to be the windshield wipers, specifically the intermittent wipers. So this is the factory wiper stock for the 2002 to 2006 CRV. It's got intermittent speed, but it's not adjustable. It's got rear wiper, it's got squirter control and everything, but you can't change the speed from the default 7-second intermittent. It's always too fast or too slow. However, the 2003 to 2006 Honda Pilot did get adjustable intermittent wipers, and it shares the exact same style of stalk as the 02 to 06 CRV. So physically, they are interchangeable and the wipers are adjustable. Now you can change it out without pulling the steering wheel. You just have to turn it a little bit and take the covers off. To take the cover off, you need to go below, and there are 3 holes that you need to take the screws out of. So grab your screwdriver and get to unscrewing. Once you have successfully de-screwed it, you're going to take something and pry between these 2 pieces, and they are just snapped together. It takes a little bit of coercing, but it will come off. I have the ignition on right now, and I'm only going to pull the top piece off. And working with one hand is not simple. Be sure you drop the wheel down in order to actually get it out. So I forgot to show that there are 2 screws you have to undo, and then you just unplug the plug and pull the unit out. Now, the CRV and the Pilot unit, obviously you can tell they're exactly the same shape, but one has more pins than the other. We're just going to ignore that for now and just go ahead and pop in the Pilot one. It should just slide right in and plug right in. Just don't forget to put the screws back in as well. And plug it on in, and let's give it a test. Alright, let's turn this on, and it doesn't work. It works exactly the way as the previous one did, and has no adjustment on speed. Alright, if you get yours from a junkyard, you want to make sure that you pull some pins out of a factory pigtail. It doesn't matter which one it is. It doesn't matter what the wire colors are. So even if you're pulling them from a CRV that doesn't have those missing pins, the pin size shape is going to be the same. But you need to have the pins for the wiper switch and the pins for the plug that goes into the back of the fuse brick / relays. Then you're going to solder them together. You need them to be approximately 20 inches long. And then solder them together, bundle them together so not hanging everywhere. And like I said, wire color doesn't matter. Where they plug in doesn't matter. Just make it nice. Now the pin location is going to be on the bottom side of the plug. So when you plug it in this way, and that's the top where the release is, the pins you're inserting are on the bottom row. You can see the 2 open slots in the middle bank, there and there. That's where you're going to pin them. Like I said, it doesn't matter which one goes in which. You need to put a screwdriver in to pop this release in order to get this piece off, to actually get the pins in and clip them in and then lock them in place. So my camera doesn't want to cooperate during this, so mind the blurriness. I'm going to take a flathead and I'm going to pry on each side. And then I kind of have to mess with it. I kind of pried in the middle too. But what I actually did was I pried too hard and I broke one of the ends off, because it's just supposed to flip up. I mean, it doesn't really damage the plug. It's just sloppy of me. So just pull that aside and you can see how the pins clip in. Now grab your pins. Focus, camera, focus. Take your 2 pins, like I said, it doesn't matter which one's which, and just slide them in with the open side facing up. Just look at the other pins for reference to tell how it goes. Like I said, they go in the middle slots. It doesn't matter which one goes in which. You should feel them actually click into place. And then you're going to go ahead and put that back on by dipping the leading edge into the slot and then just clipping it in place like so. Then you're going to plug it in and then take the wires and push them through the back of the column so they go down behind the fuse box, which is right down there behind it. It's the big gray thing, you know, with all the fuses. Just tuck it down there and then you can route it from underneath. Now the green plug you're going to run the other pins to is directly above the gas pedal. It's the actual fuse brick. This green plug is plugged into the top back of it, and it's real easy to get to. Just unplug it and pull it out. There's not a lot of room to pull it down and make it easy to get to, so you're gonna have to be, you know, on your knees, really. So you're gonna pull the wires down from the column, and then just like the plug before, you need to get a little tool, and you're going to pry the back clip off so that you can, you know, pin it in. Sometimes you can just shove them in without popping this off. I just like to pop it off to, you know, be careful. So just get your separator in there, and it's clipped in on two sides, and it actually comes completely off, so no, you didn't break it if it just pops off. That's what it's supposed to do. It's not super easy, but it's not super difficult. So pull that off like so, and then if you look at the plug with the connector up, you're going to be putting them in position 3 and 4 from the back. So between the white wire and the red and the yellow stripe towards the middle, so there's 2, 3, and 4 that are empty. You're going to put it in 3 and 4 from the left side. So little tabs go up and just push them in, and same thing, you should feel them physically click in, and you should hear them actually click in. So just feed them both into there, 3 and 4, and make sure it's snug. My wire lengths were a little bit off, so don't mind me, it's not really going to matter. And then you're going to put the little plate back on. And here's another view of, so you can see which pins it goes into. So 2 from the left is vacant. So 1 is filled, 2 is vacant, 3 and 4 are filled, and 5 are filled. But those are the only ones that matter. Then go ahead and plug it in. Overall, I'm pretty happy. You know, it wasn't difficult, it was pretty easy, and you know, it's a lot better to drive around with. On a side note, be careful that you don't get a bad one of these. You can buy new ones from the factory, you can buy new aftermarket. Every once in a while I'll put one on my eBay if I find one in a wrecking yard that's good, and some pins, and we'll go from there. Hey, I just want to thank my subscribers, and this has been a journey, and I'm going to keep going if you keep watching. Thanks.